morning, Musa. Can you hear me?
Yes, good morning, madam.
Good morning. Should we wait for 2 3 minutes for others to come? Otherwise, I'll start my class today.
Okay.
Musa, can you hear me? So now what I will start with the point here is that about community-based participatory action research. What is it? As we have told you that it is a combined effort by the community as well as with you, and you are going to take the participation in this research work. You have to take the actions regarding the problems which are prevailing in the community. So in this work, you have to do yourself all the kind of participation as well as your actions should be come out with the community. Now in this, we have to differentiate the parts of the community-based participatory action research in that the way that is community-based means grounded in the needs, issues, concerns, and the strategies of communities and the community-based organizations that serve them. So first of all, we have to see in which community we are going, in which community we are opting for to find out the problems there. Then participatory, that means directly engaging the communities and community knowledge in the research process and its outcomes. You have to involve yourself as well as the community with the with community, and you have to involve each other for the problem solving. The next part, I will come up to the action-based and oriented. That it should be action-based means whatever the solutions you all of you can find out, you can go for that action to find to solve the problems there. So you have to support or enhance the strategic actions that leads to the community transformation and the social change. That is what you have to bring in the community there. Now, community knowledge is irreplaceable and provides key insights that ground truths, administrative data. Its complex social issues often cannot be well understood or resolved by expert research. Interventions from outside of the community have often had disappointing results. So the most of the we have to stop most of the interventions from outside of the community. You have to involve with the community and then you bring the other ones in the community to find out the solution there. The community should have equal inclusion and collaboration in the identification, research, and resolution of community issues. So communities should have equal inclusions and collaboration. So you have to include your community equally as well as you are going in your involvement. You are using your involvement in finding out the problems. You have to involve the community and you need their collaboration for identification of the problem in which you are going for your research. So there is value and legitimacy in the knowledge of individuals, families, and others in the community. So CBPR has a specific goal of collaborative research that engages stakeholders in an iterative research and action process. So it is a combined effort of the community as well as yours, which engages you both for the one problem to solve for one problem. Then, right, Musa, are you getting it?
Yes, madam. Yes, I'm getting it.
Okay, fine. Now here we have the differences between the community-based research then community-based participatory research, and action research. So first of all, we'll go with the point here, that is the action research. So action research is a family of research methodologies that pursue action at the same time. Once you are going with your research, once you are going means you are doing your research, you are studying your research part, at that moment you take actions also regarding these things, right? Sometimes it happens we take actions later on, or sometimes we do that we take the actions then we go for the study there. So we have to do the action and the research simultaneously here in the action research part. Got it?
Yes, madam.
Then in the community-based research in is in the community and benefits the community. So what is the community-based research? In this, you are taking your research to the community and you are providing benefits to the community. You are taking the help of the community for your research. So that becomes a community-based research. Here, the community-based research takes place in community settings and involves community involves the community members and design and implementation of the research projects. Hi, Vaida. Good morning. Good morning, Vaida.
Good morning, ma.
Good morning. So are you again ready to take the CBPR research again? Guidelines?
Oh no, it's just that I wanted to just be part of it. You know, the other one I was not always regular because of the network failure.
Okay. So you must come in the at the 3 to 4 o'clock class.
Okay, okay.
Okay?
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
I'll just send the Zoom ID on the WhatsApp group again at 3 to 4 p.m. Right?
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Now I'll come to the point here, that is CBPR and place-based research here. So what is the place-based research? Can you tell me, Musa, about this?
Yes, madam. A place CBPAR and the place-based research, to what I understand that the area where the research is being conducted by the researcher.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
So right, that CBPR and the place-based research mainly becomes a similar point here. That is, you are in place-based, you are not holding a community. You are holding some area, okay? But in CBPR, you are holding some
Yes.
community which is undergoing some problems on which you have to take an active research part, right here?
Yes, madam.
Okay. Now we'll come to the point here, that is community participation and engagement. So in CBPR framework ensures that the community members participate in the research and developing outcomes that they can use to make changes in their own communities. It requires a high level of contact and interaction between researchers and the community engaged in a time-intensive process of collaboration over the research design, implementation, and analysis. So here in this CBPAR framework, it is designed in such a way that the community gets involved with your research for their development, as well as they will take part with you in forming the research work. Got it?
Yes.
Okay, wait a minute. Now, I'll come to the community participation and engagement then. Till now, I have discussed the point that you have to involve the community members to participate in the research and developing outcomes so that the community will bring some kind of changes in themselves. They will help in their growth, as well as they will participate in the research work that will help you also. So such kind of engagement will help the community to come over some different other problems also, right?
Yes, madam.
Fine. Then in this point, we have the next point in this part comes what are the benefits of the CBPR. So there are critical benefits of CBPR compared to traditional research. Communities who use CBPR as a framework for research are able to facilitate collaborative, equitable partnerships in all phases of research, then balance research and action for the benefit of all, then recognize the community as a unit of analysis, then build on community strengths and resources, promote joint learning, skill sharing, and capacity building among all partners, emphasize and engage in addressing often complex causes of local problems, disseminate findings and knowledge gained to all partners and involves partners in the process of taking action or next steps. Any point which you are not able to understand, Musa, you can ask me here. Any point you're not able to understand?
I understand, madam.
Yes.
We can proceed.
Okay. Now it will involve the CBPR will involve systems development through a cyclical and iterative process. So with community participation being such a critical component of the CBPR framework, it carries its own list of benefits during the research process and in its outcomes as shown in the table below. So here in the table, they are going to show that what kind of benefits the research process brings out for the community as well as for themselves and what could be the outcomes for them. So in this table, you can see here, once you are going with the community participation in, it will find identifying the issues which will result into the increased alignment with critical issues, experience from the community. It empowers the community to take action and provides motivation to participate in process. Then the community participation will develop help in the development of study design and proposal. So what it will help, what it will result out? It will result in increased acceptability of study approach by stakeholders, possibility of funds for the community. It will bring that. So once the community participation will comes in planning and carrying out the recruitment and retention of the participation, it will result into enhanced recruitment and retention. Enhanced recruitment and retention means it will increase the recruitment as well as the retention of the people in the research work. Then development of the data collection tools and testing. Once you start developing the data collection tools, there will be the result that increase the reliability of the results and helps identify and better cope with the potentially sensitive issues and situations. So you will be able to solve the more crucial results very easily. So it will help in increasing the reliability of the results which you will get in your research work. Then once the development and implementation of action plan will come in the community participation, the greater cultural and social relevance to the population of the community will be there. It will increase the likelihood of bringing about lasting positive change. It will bring us some kind of positive change within the community. So it will bring some changes towards the cultural and social relevance for the population which is residing in the community. Now, once you start analyzing as well as interpreting, translating and dissemination of your findings, it will increase its validation of results. It will enhance the translating your findings into action. Once you will start analyzing, interpreting the things and interpreting your findings, you start translating your findings, it will help the community in increasing your results into some positive points. It will bring those positive points into action. You will bring out with your actions there. Getting my point?
Yes, madam, I get it.
Okay, anybody, you both have joined right now. Good morning. Mustafa and
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning, madam.
So
good morning, Madam Chipra.
Good morning, and I would just give a brief description here to you, all that I'm giving you some outline regarding the CBPAR here. Okay, all of you?
Okay.
Yes. So till now,
Okay,
I am to the point here. What are the benefits of the CBPAR? First of all, I have started with the point that what is CBPAR? So you all know what is the full form of it. Can you tell me, Akhle, what is the full form of it? It's a small revision for you all. Akhle, do you have any idea regarding the full form of CBPAR?
Yes, Madam.
Yeah, what it is?
First of all, CBPR, it is a joint of a large number of people in a community. So there is a number of people who are joined for the CBPR.
Fine. Well, it is the full form of the CBPR is the community-based participatory action research. So in this, we are involving the community for our research work. We are also taking part with them as a participation. Then we will take action for them as the community also can take the action for them as we will guide them in this research part. Got it?
Got it, madam.
Right. So for this, what are the benefits I'm telling here? Like it will facilitate the collaborative equitability, partnerships in all phases of research. It will balance the research and action for the benefit of all. It will recognize the community as a unit of analysis, build on the community strength and resources. It will promote joint learning, skill sharing and capacity building among all the partners, then engage in a long-term process and the commitment. Then it will help you in emphasize and engage in addressing the often complex causes of local problems. Then it will help you in disseminating the findings and knowledge gained to all the partners, involve the partners in the process of taking action or next steps. Then involve the systems development through a cyclical and iterative process. Got it, everyone here?
Yes, madam.
Yes, madam.
Good. Now I have explained this also, the table about the benefits, what else you are going to do in the community-based participation research and what kind of results you will get for that. Now I'll move ahead here. That is what are the ethics we have to follow while being in the CBPR. So first of all, that is, what are the ethics? Can anybody tell me here? Anybody can tell me here what are
Hello,
the...
madam.
Yes, Musa.
Yes, madam. Ethics, according to what I understand, it refers to all behaviors which are supposed to be used by the researcher that almost are good ethics which are supposed to follow, and the bad ethics are not supposed to use it before the communities.
Yes. So research ethics are the principles and the rules that guide how people should be treated when they are participants in a research process or project. It might be difficult to anticipate all of the ethical dilemmas that may arise during a community-based participatory action research project. But it is important to be sensitive to the people involved in your research. You have to be more respectful towards your partners as well as towards your community in which you are carrying out your research. Got it? So what are the points we have to follow here are accessibility of findings. Are the findings presented in ways that community members can understand, assess, or find meaningful? You have to keep this point in your mind that whatever you are doing with the help of the community as well with the help of your partners, is that finding is understandable for your community? Is that finding assessed by your community or not? Or is what is the meaning for your findings for the community? Okay, are your findings meaningful for them or not? You have to think about this. Got it?
Yes, madam.
And Mustafa, will you just mute your mic here? Now the second point is benefits to the participants. all those who are participating with you in the research work, are they getting their benefits or not? You have to think all those points. Then community voice. You have to raise your community's voice, what they want to tell others about their community as well as about their problems and what they are facing. You have to think about that. So how your community is reacting towards your work, you have to think all those points there. Got it here?
Yes.
Got it, madam.
Fine. Then the point comes, that is the credit. How are the results represented? Whose voice are heard and represented? Who receives credit for the work conducted? You have to think about this also. Who will receive, who is more important for you within the community as well as from your partners, whom you can give that credit for carrying out your work. You have to think about this part also, because until unless you will not give credit to anybody, they will not take much of interest in working with you. Got it?
Yes,
Because
madam.
here, whatever the relationship you are going to build up with your community, it is long lasting relation. If after finishing your work also, if you will go in that community, they will treat you like your god, because you helped them, because you have provided several benefits out from your research work. Okay.
Yes, madam.
Now the second thing, sorry sir, not the second, the fourth thing comes out, that is the data ownership. Once the data has been collected, who owns it, where it is stored, how will you responsibly make the data available to different community and other stakeholders? So these are the some of the questions which will come in front of you when you are having the data. So who will take the ownership for the data collection? That is the point that comes in front of you. You have to think about this also. You have to keep these points in your mind. Now the division of labor, that is whatever the work you have in with you have to distribute that work. That how you will distribute that work to others to carry out and to carry out their views regarding those distributed work. In this, that is comes with the division of labor. How does the equity translate into divisions of labor on the project or process? Is the work divided equitably among the partners? You have to think about this. Whatever the work you have given to each and everyone, is that work given equally to everyone or not? Got it?
Got it, madam.
Madam.
So you have to be little bit careful within the community while going for your research work, and you have to keep in mind these points. Otherwise, it will be a little bit problems can be created because of these things. So now the privacy. Will it do any harm to the community or individuals to report the findings once you start reporting regarding your findings? Suppose you catch one problem in your community, you start researching over it, you get some results which are very authenticated also, as well as they are very harmful for you as well as for the community. Once you raise your voice regarding those points or those problems that can harm the community or you, so this point you have to keep in mind, that you have to keep those things in privacy. You have to be in security point of view. You have to keep things in private, not to share with everyone, right?
Right,
Yes,
madam.
madam.
Fine. Now the
Sorry, madam.
representation. Yes, Akle, any point?
Madam, we skipped the point of community voice, I think.
No, community voice has been done earlier. I have explained it. As in
oh, sorry.
community voice, I said you have to be very careful regarding what your community wants. So you have to speak for your community. Okay. In community voice, that comes, you have to think about your community needs. You can speak about your community, right?
Right, madam.
So you have to make someone as a representative over there. Either you become the representative for your community, or you can make others as a representative for your community who can raise the voice regarding the problems which they need, which they want to be solution out, or the other points which they want to raise their voice, for which they want to raise their voice. Got it?
Got it, madam.
Yes,
Thank you.
madam.
Fine then. Now, the representation of the local communities. Does the presentation of findings in any way reinforce negative social stereotypes in presenting communities? Or be mindful and transparent about how representative the findings may or may not be of the community based on participation? So in this, you have to be so careful regarding the presentation of the findings of your community-based problems, right? You have to be careful regarding that how you are presenting. It should not go in the negative sense. It should always be in the positive sense. Got it?
Yes,
Got
madam.
it, madam.
The second last point which comes, that is the respect, which I have told you in the earlier point there only, that you have to respect the others, then only the others will respect you. Okay?
Yes.
Yes, madam. Got it.
Yeah, so for engaging everyone, you have to respect everyone. That will help you in working out, right?
Right, madam.
Yes.
Now the point comes here, the rigor of stress and fidelity of findings. Fidelity to findings. Are the findings being presented accurately? Are they presented with any bias or in a way to make people hear what they want to hear? So here they want to say that the findings should not always be in the way or in the manner that sometimes we think that we want to say something, and some other person starts saying same thing. So that is the thing which we want to hear from others, right? Similarly, this should not be happen in your research work also. What are the things in reality are going on there? You have to put them in your results. Don't try to do those things that everyone wants, that it should be presented in a right manner, so you will present it in a right manner only. You can put some those clauses also which are in realistically they are prevailing in the community. Getting my point?
Yes, you
Got
got it,
it,
madam.
madam.
Fine. So never try to say yes, yes, yes all the time after being seeing that this point is not correct for your community. So you have to be little biased with your things there. Okay?
Okay,
Okay,
madam.
madam.
So these are the ethics points which we have discussed here. Now, planning a CBPR project, in this, you have to keep some points in your mind regarding the considerations. You have to consider some points here. Like, first of all, you have to see the staff for yourself. Staff here means that what time does your staff and organization have to commit to the research project? You are going with your staff means all the partners which are engaged with you, they are working as a team for you as well as a staff, right? So are they punctual with their work or not? You have to see that. You have to train others to conduct the research. Got it?
Madam, can you repeat it?
Yeah. The staff
Yes.
means that is a kind of team which you have created with your partners, right? So you have to conduct some trainings also for them how they can conduct their research part. Okay, for you, they can go to. You have to arrange the timing. In what timing they should arrange the things, and what kind of work they are committing there. You have to keep an eye on them. Got it?
Yes, I got it, Madam. Now.
Fine. Then money, you have to see that how much might this project cost to you. So you have to divide those things there. You have to find out how much will be your expenditure in the research work. You have to be a little bit calculative. You have to see for the fundings, from where you can arrange your funding. You have to work creatively with the partners to share the cost. Got it?
Yes, Madam.
Then you have to see the data. Do you have data or access to the data that you will need for your project? You have to do some kind of study before you are moving into the community for the research work. So for that, you need some data. So you have to find out whether you have any access to that data or not, right?
Right,
Then,
Madam.
right. Then point comes about the equipment and tools. What kind of tools you are going to use while your approach towards the research? What kind of equipment you are going to handle there? You have to you have to put some knowledge on those things. Then partnerships and collaboration. If your organization does not have access to some of the above resources, is there an organization that does, who you may partner with? If you don't have that much of access to these things like staff, money, the data collection, equipment and tools, you can find out the other organizations which are working on those things and you get the partnerships there, right? That will be an easy part for you. Then you will get engaged with them, you will be have a participation with them, you will have the community with them, then you can go easily with them for your research work. Got it?
Yes, Madam. But, Madam,
Yes.
in the point equipment and the tools, there's an example I see. What is it?
Lisa, your voice getting disturbed because I'm not able to hear clearly everything.
Yes, because of network. I'm asking that.
Yes.
The point of equipment and tools. There's an example to put there. What is GIS? What does it mean?
GIS.
GIS. Yes.
Okay. So it is the kind of gathering information from the society. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So it's a kind of a survey kind of thing, right? So in this
Okay, madam.
equipment, you will need some tools like the paperwork you can want, or you want the emails for your surveys and all that. That is the kind of thing.
Okay, madam.
Now I'll come to the point here, that is the expertise. Can your organization plan a project that lends itself to the research expertise of your staff, or partner with others who have specific expertise? In this, you have to involve your expertise people of your staff with other expertise people who are expertise in different specific fields. So you can put them under them so they also can learn different things with them. which will be benefited for your expertise people whom you are sending for the training, right? You have to find out this, well, you can do this or not, right?
Okay, madam. So you mean that they are supposed to we are supposed to have expertise.
How the expertise of your group, okay, of your team which you have formed, can take training with other specific expertise or not. Okay.
Okay, I get it.
Yes, because sometimes some other specific expertise for giving their training, they ask for some money, right?
Okay.
Yes, so you have to find out whether you can do that or not, or if they can help you in free or in some kind of other benefit, then you have to manage that part, right?
Right.
Fine, now I'll go forward here. So in this, here they have shown some model for the CBPR research process, in which in the step 1, you have to identify the research topic, the questions, goal, and geographic focus. Then you have to engage your partners in that. You have to collaborate them. And then you have to send them for the data collection, how to choose and implement the research part and data collection methodology you have to see in this. Then after the collection of the data, you will analyze the results. After analyzing, you report the results. And all these things will need the documentation, communication, and evaluation throughout the process, right?
Right, madam.
So now, here I will throw up, okay, about the CBPR, what it is, how you have to conduct it, what are its benefits, and how it will help you, what points you have to see while arranging your research part. All this will come in your CBPR guide here, right? Everyone?
Yes, right, madam.
Okay. Thomas, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Have you heard some part of the lecture today?
I've had a challenge with network, so I've been I connect, I catch up a little bit, the network disappears. So
not an issue. You will get the recording.
Yes, you said how about your the whole presentation, not only on video, only how do you call it, on the slides? Can't you share the slides?
Yes, we will share all the this lecture part. Okay, what I am sharing here. You want that?
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be good, because I think I had a challenge. I missed about 30 minutes from the start. Then later on, I connected. My network again gave me some challenges. So
okay.
I've been just following on the background, but
yeah,
at intermediate
on your,
spaces.
Student account, you will get that part. Okay. All the guidelines regarding which I have explained it here. And whatever the problem will come to you, you can come to the sessions and you can ask the problems there.
Okay, I will appreciate.
And one more thing I want to tell you all, that all of you please write down your name and your phone number and your email ID on chat here for your attendance part.
Come again?
I'm telling that just write down your name, your email ID and your WhatsApp number or your phone number, whatever you have, you write down on chat here
Okay.
right now.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. It is for the it is for the your attendance part, right? And one more thing I want to tell you that in this week we will go with the CBPR outlines here, and as the week will end, your timings will change, right? So keep this point in your mind. Timing will start with the 3 to 4 p.m. then. You will have another lectures in that. Got it?
I didn't hear that one. You can repeat.
I'm telling you, in this week, as this is the orientation week, in which you will get the introduction with the CPR outlines. So once the this week ends, your timing will change. Right?
Okay. Okay. So it will change to what time?
Wait a minute. Yeah. It will change into, according to India time, it will change to 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Right?
That is like for us, like on the African, Southern Africa, Zambia, that would be, that would mean, is it 12?
12, I think it will be, 12 or 1 o'clock, I think.
12 or 1 o'clock, okay.
Okay.
Okay, I get you. When is it supposed to change? Next week, Tuesday?
In next week from Monday. Okay.
Next week from Monday, okay.
Yeah. On Friday, I will again repeat this part. Okay.
Okay.
What will be your timings then? Got it?
Okay.
Because sometimes
got it.
Students, those who are not having their classes in this time, they are also coming to attend them.
Okay.
So I'm just repeating these things regularly. So you will be in the picture that from the next week, your timing is going to change. Right? So
yeah.
I would request Musa. Musa, you will write down your name.
Have you seen my details?
Yeah, I'm seeing your
I
details.
have sent mine.
Yeah, I have seen the Musa's details. Mustafa, will you be write down?
Yes, madam. What, madam?
Your, not Musa. Mustafa is Abe is there. I am telling to Mustafa Abe.
He's on mute, so I'm sure he can't hear you. He's on mute.
He's on mute. I don't.
Yes. Unless you unmute him, then he can hear you.
Okay. Actually, I have muted him because. Hello, Mustafa.
Yes. Yes, madam, I'm here.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Till now means till now my lecture you were not able to hear.
Come again, please. My line is breaking.
Okay.
My connection is very bad here.
Okay. You just write down your name and your email ID as well as your phone number.
Okay, my name and my phone number.
And email ID.
And email ID.
Yes.
Okay.
You say you hide your face. You are hiding your face. I said it. It's your fingers you are showing. Apache, you're always doing the wrong thing. You can't show your face. Yeah, I'm showing my face. I'll do what?
Hello, madam. Excuse me, madam.
Yes.
I just wanted to find out something.
Yes.
Yes, you said you are going to share. Are we going to find the information on the students' portal?
Yeah. Student account.
On what section exactly are we going to find that?
Wait a minute.
Because I was having a little bit of a challenge if I'm to search anything.
Wait a minute. I'm sharing my screen and just you can see that. Okay?
Hello. Hello.
You all of you can see my screen here?
I can see.
My cursor is moving, right?
Yes.
I'll go to the website here. Okay? This is our website. www.bud.online. Okay?
Yes, please.
Now, so you all of you seeing that the website is opening, right?
Yes, please.
So, are you seeing that here is a student login account is there?
Yes, please.
So, you all of you got your passwords as well as your ID for student login?
For my side, I did not get it because I have a problem in my account.
Okay.
I can't even enter there.
Okay. Because once you get that, Mustafa, this is Musa.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Musa, you didn't get the ID right now.
This is Mustafa. I'm trying. It's not going. I think I have a challenge.
Okay. Just inform the admission department. Okay.
Okay.
So they will, or do you know the James? He will take care of that thing.
Okay.
Okay. You have to go to this account. You have to click
Yes.
here. Okay.
Yes.
Now your student login is opened here, right? You have
Yes.
to give username here and the password, and then you will have to log in there. Okay?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah. So I will take some name of a student here. Now I will log in into her account here.
Okay.
So are you all of you seeing that? Her face?
Yes.
Yes, we are able to see.
Yes. So are you seeing that? Yeah, this page is like this, in which you will see the dashboard. Notice board is there. Here information is keep on coming. Then payment history folder is there. Fees invoices is there.
Yes.
Study materials will be uploaded here. Okay.
Okay.
I have clicked on the study material. So here is the study materials already uploaded for her. Okay.
Is that for us?
Yes, yes, that's well, I have logged into some other's account. You will get the same account, okay?
Sorry?
I have right now logged into some other's account, okay? Some other student's
Okay.
account. You will
I've,
get
I've also
the same page,
I've also opened mine. I'm able to see assignment, cover page, research ethics,
right?
new timetable,
Good.
research library. Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. All these things are provided over there, okay?
Okay.
So,
Okay.
and if you have any problem, can you see this forum?
Yes.
You can put your question here. So anybody who will be liable to answer those questions, he will answer that. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. If you have any doubt, any question regarding anything, you can put your questions here. So you will get the solution easily. Okay?
Okay. Yes,
Okay,
please.
okay, madam.
But for that, you have to keep on checking your accounts regularly base.
Okay.
Yes.
Just a question.
Yeah. This one.
If
Forum.
if we want, yes, yes. I just have a question.
Yeah.
If we want to get the link for the classes, where do we get the link to attend class?
See, as you have sent me your this phone number, I have noted down. Thomas, you want that, na?
Sorry?
You are master or a bachelor student?
I'm a master's.
Yeah, masters. So you are you added in a WhatsApp group of masters?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so I'll ask them to add you. Okay, from on WhatsApp, I will send you the this Zoom ID. Okay.
Oh, okay.
One of my friend, he will send you the ID there. Got it?
Okay.
Yes. So, and
What if,
we are also thinking some on other parts how we can just relate to you all regarding the classes. With some other ideas, if we will come up, we will just share with you all. Okay?
okay.
Fine.
So what about if you want to follow the class on laptop? Because I'm currently using the phone to access the classes. If I want to use the laptop, where should I go? If I come on the student's account, how can I join a class using the laptop from the student's account?
While if you are having, do you have laptop or not?
I have the laptop right now.
So whatever the ID I will send, you have to take the link. You have to download the Zoom on your laptop. Okay, open the Zoom account.
I have a Zoom account on my laptop.
Yeah, once you open the Zoom on the laptop, they will ask the join meeting.
Yes.
There you will have to give your ID and the password, which I will
Okay.
send you. Okay?
Okay. Yes, please.
Yeah. And then you will automatically join to the class.
Okay.
Okay?
I get you.
Have you opened the Zoom folder there? Open the Zoom website there?
Oh, yes, I've opened, yes.
Are you seeing that some folders are, you will be seeing upper some icons like that schedule meeting and join meeting, host meeting?
It like here it is saying join meeting, then enter ID, meeting ID or personal link name.
Yes, so you have to click on join meeting, okay?
Yes.
Then it will ask to you for the meeting ID and the password.
Yes. In fact, it's saying meeting ID.
Yes. So in that you have to give the ID which I will send in the group. Okay?
Okay. Okay. I hope I'll be added to the WhatsApp group as soon as possible.
Yeah. I will send your number to the James. He will add you then. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Fine then. Any other doubts? Anyone?
No, for now.
Okay, then fine.
Maybe that's the last one.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I also had a challenge for the orientation, so I had requested the video for the orientation, but I've not yet received. I even left my email address.
Okay. So one more
Yes, I've
thing.
not yet received.
Will you be able to go to the website? There also we are uploading the videos.
You have already uploaded?
Yeah, yeah.
Where can I find it?
Wait a minute.
Where can I find the video of the orientation?
On the website, will you able to see this recorded lectures? On your right
Okay,
side,
let me see.
the icons, are you seeing the recorded lectures?
Yes, I've seen recorded lectures.
Yes, just click on that. So can you see there are some lectures are there?
I can see, yes, but recorded lectures, yes, but university, yes, I've seen them.
Yes, some of the lectures are there.
Okay, even the yesterday's orientation.
Hope so, because these uploading, I am not doing any upload.
Okay.
The management does that. So if you find, if you are not able to find, I will just put up the message in the management. Okay.
Okay.
Fine then.
I get you. Okay.
Okay, I'll just tell this information regarding the uploading of the video. Okay.
Okay.
You will get the video there in your account.
Okay, we appreciate it.
Okay. Any other questions here? Now, any other questions? Anyone?
I think I'm okay for now. I think it's cool. It's just that the little challenge with my connectivity.
Okay. So now you got it, how you have to access your account?
Come again, please.
Yeah. So I'll just talk to the James regarding the challenge which you are facing right now for your ID and your password. Okay.
Okay, thank you
No.
very much.
Right. Fine, everyone. Thank you for your time here.
Okay.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Stay safe, everyone.